A predator and a loving family member do not exist within the same entity. As I've explained in a previous video called Do Dogs Have a Conscience and Why It Matters, dogs do not have a conscience like the majority of human beings do. Please watch that video for all the proof that this is so. This is not a debatable point. It is a scientific fact. Some of you may say that humans are bad and do some very bad things. This is true. Some humans are bad, but the truth is that not all humans are bad. Most humans do have a conscience. All dogs lack a conscience. Now that we have established that, tell me, if you knew a human was a sociopath without a conscience, that would not feel guilty no matter what he did, would you still associate with that human? Would you have him in your house with your children if you knew he was a potential offender against children? Dog experts all agree that you should never leave a child alone with any dog. They do not make this recommendation only for some dogs. They make it for all dogs. There is no such recommendation not to leave a child alone with any human. Who would care for the children then? That's because all humans are not potentially dangerous to children. Only a few are. Having a dog in your home with your baby is like bringing in an uncle to live in your home with your children when you know he has already been caught and convicted of assaulting children and has been given a course instructing him not to attack children anymore. He still wants to, though, and he will feel no guilt if he does. The only reason he doesn't reoffend is because he knows if he gets caught again, he will go to jail again and lose his freedom. But even this may not have much of an impact on him, because he doesn't look too far into the future, and sometimes his impulses are just too much to resist. The human predator has essentially been trained, which is the only way to control the behavior of a creature that does not have a conscience, which is the reason dogs can only learn through training. That is why we, as humans, have laws and punishments for breaking them. Our legal system is really only necessary for a small number of humans that want to engage in criminal activities. Think about it. Do you refrain from molesting children solely on the grounds that there is a law against it, and you could get into trouble for doing it? Would you steal your neighbor's parcel or wallet even if there was no law? Would you say an uncle that has already proven himself to be a predator is a loving, caring family member? Would you trust him to be in your home with your children? Why would you have him in your home if you had to constantly watch every single second because you knew he couldn't be trusted around children and could one day find himself unable to resist the urge to do what he really wants to do? Can you see that a predator and a loving family member simply do not exist in the same person? That uncle does not love your children. Can't you see that? So, the same is true for a dog. A dog is a predator that has only been trained with food rewards to not attack a baby. There is no guarantee with this training that an attack will never happen. Training reduces, but it does not eliminate the possibility that an attack will happen. All dogs have a prey drive and the possibility that they will attack. No dog is different than all other dogs and doesn't have a prey drive. So, now that you know a dog is a predator with a prey drive that has an instinct to attack and could possibly attack even if it has been trained not to, why would you have a dog in your home with your children? Are your children, and even other neighborhood children that may be exposed to your dog, not more important than you wanting a pet? Is your top priority not to protect your children from harm and keep them safe? If you enjoy the company of a dog, if you enjoy the personality of a dog, you essentially enjoy the personality of a sociopath.
This guy is a sociopath narcissist, and what they are very, very good at is to make you feel that instant connection where you feel like trust in them.
This woman just described two common sociopathic traits: being spontaneous and creating the illusion of instant trust by focusing attention intently on her. This is the cold empathy of a predator who focuses on you not because they care about you, but because they are studying you in order to get what they want. Now, compare this to this PetSmart love at first sight commercial.
When we met, it was love at first sight.
She looked at me and that was it.
We had this instant trust.
She helps me see the beauty in the world.
Adopt love at our national adoption event this weekend at your local PetSmart.
Can you see that PetSmart is exploiting humans' need for love and trust in the same way sociopaths do? Attachment is not just a desire. It is a fundamental need of all human beings that is rooted in our survival. Can you see that the trait of being spontaneous is also found in dogs? As an aside, I have never understood why being spontaneous and unpredictable is such a highly sought-after trait. Another highly sought-after trait found in both sociopaths and dogs is living in the moment. People may seem to be confused about a child's natural ability to live in the moment, rubbing off on the parent and replacing this spontaneous child with an animal to gain the same alleged benefits. As with human sociopaths, dogs do not offer pure, innocent, or unconditional love. They offer no love at all. They are not capable of it, just like a human predator is not capable of it. Do you see? Increasingly, people are treating dogs more and more like humans. People are treating dogs better and better with more and more love and attention lavished on them, but the attacks have increased rather than decreased. Why would this be? Don't dogs love to be treated well? Don't they love you more if you love them and treat them well? The reason is that dogs, the same as human sociopaths, have a brain that works in an opposite compared to a normal human brain. A normal human with empathy will appreciate being treated well and will treat you well in return. But a sociopath, if treated well, will actually lose respect and admiration for you, because he will see you as weak, pathetic, not a leader, and easy to take advantage of. If you don't dominate him, he will take the opportunity to dominate you. If you are strong and dominating and powerful, he will admire and respect you. It is the mind of a bully. It is the same with dogs, since all dogs lack a conscience and therefore have the mind of a bully. If they see you as weak and afraid, they will not respect you, and you will be at a greater risk of being attacked. That is why children, babies, and the elderly are their preferred targets. Only when they see you as dominant and in control and dominant over them will they like you. In other words, lousy treatment will actually gain you respect, which is true for both human sociopaths and also dogs. The sociopathic mind does not see the world a little differently than us, like maybe 2 degrees differently, or maybe 30 degrees differently. It sees every situation exactly 180 degrees different, exactly opposite of the way someone with a normal, empathetic mind would see it. With a human sociopath, they either dominate you or you dominate them. It is the same with dogs, because morally, their minds are the same. You know this is true. If you have a dog, you know that you have been told that you will have to assert yourself as its leader, and if you don't, it will try to take the leadership position. You know you have been told that you can't allow it to think it is an equal or higher position than you or your children by allowing it on the furniture or allowing it to take your child's food, for example. If you do, it may think it can dominate over you. You know that this solution is potentially dangerous because you are allowing an animal with a prey drive to dominate over you and your children in your home. An animal dominating over you can mean physical attacks. Dog trainers will even tell you this. You own a nonverbal, prey-driven animal that cannot even communicate with language, so therefore might use its teeth to communicate. You can see that this is how dogs' minds work, because this is how wolf packs operate, and dogs came from wolves. Wolf packs have a scapegoat and a hierarchy, like narcissistic families do. The lower wolves admire and suck up to the higher ones, and the lower ones are not admired. A normal, empathetic human sees a small, weak, vulnerable child. They will want to protect the child. A predator, on the other hand, sees weakness as an opportunity. It is a proven fact that weak and small and timid people are attacked more frequently by dogs. Why does a predator's mind, human or animal, operate this way? Because it knows it will win. It goes for easy prey, so it will be guaranteed to win. Animals think practically. Why expend energy if you are not going to win? A predator, human or animal, views weakness as an opportunity and feels that if someone is stupid enough to allow an opportunity, they deserve to be victimized, and they are entitled to take whatever they want from you. Do you doubt that your dog operates this way? Do you think your dog is different, and only some dogs have a prey drive? The prey drive follows a sequence: eye, orient, stalk, chase, grab, bite, kill, bite, dissect, consume. What people call play for a dog is actually the exploitation of one or more of the parts of the prey drive. When a human child plays, it has a purpose. They use their imaginations and develop physically, cognitively, and emotionally through play. When children are playing, they are learning and developing into adults. People think a dog playing is wholesome, healthy, fun, pure activity, the same as children playing. Because on the surface, these two activities look similar. It is an illusion that the two are similar. A dog is not a child, learning and developing and using its imagination to play. It is a captive, owned, controlled, naked adult. When a dog plays, it is not developing or learning. A dog never grows up or leaves, and never develops into anything. When a dog plays, it does not use its imagination. It is just more of a reflex, just reacting to stimuli. If you throw a ball, the dog will reflexively chase it. For all we know, the dog may not even enjoy it. It's just an instinctual reflex or compulsion to chase, tug on a rope, or disembowel a stuffed toy if presented with the stimuli to do so. You are wasting your time playing with a dog, but not if you play with a child. If your dog displays any part of the sequence of predation, it is a predator and therefore not capable of love.
Bring us your old. You're dirty. You're crunchy and weird. You're squishy and smelly. Tired and feared. Because Milk-Bone brushing shoes clean like a toothbrush to fight tartar and help keep teeth strong. So chew on, doggies. Chew on.
This play behavior in dogs is a negative behavior, yet everyone thinks it's cute. If your 5-year-old child ripped the stuffing out of his teddy bear in an uncontrollable, murderous frenzy, you would think your child was seriously mentally disturbed and potentially dangerous. And you would be correct. You might even think that your child was possessed by a demon if he behaved this way. A predator can lose its temper and fly into a blind rage of fury for very little or no provocation at all, and feel perfectly justified in doing so. Listen as Arthur Shawcross, a convicted serial killer, explains his reasons for murdering his victims.
She used to live in my house, or my apartment, for a while.
Was she a friend?
She was, till she started stealing stuff out of the house. I asked her, why you stealing? And she said, she needed money. And I said, you have a bank account. I was paying her $4.25 an hour just to clean the apartment.
So she was thieving from you?
She was taken from me and my wife, Rose.
Does that warrant killing her?
Well, to me it did.
Does that sound familiar? Aren't people warned to not do anything that might inevitably trigger their furry bestest friends into a blind killing rage? Arthur Shawcross was a psychopath, and it seems that even after thousands of years of evolving alongside human beings, being fed by humans, and living in our homes, our best friends are still acting just like psychopaths. I hope you will stay tuned for the next video. This is Chef Mutt Meat, signing out.